Man, I'm rushed. I got no motivation at all, and Monofani's period is late too. Father, why do you know Monofani's circle? Says cycle. Cycle was so, oder? Yeah, cycle. Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation. Lack of hibernation? Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately, so I haven't been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it? Is it because you have a lot on your mind? Is it because the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Really?
Is it because you don't want them to think you're just goofing around? Is it because you wanna stay friends? Is it because you wanna watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be. Yeah, you're right. Night night.
My head! Monotaro! Pull yourself together! I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Moment mal, wart ihr nicht Geschwister oder sowas in der Richtung? Hatten wir das Thema mit dem Incest nicht im letzten Class Trial?
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Okay, kriegen wir jetzt nochmal die Szene, wie sie die Brücke ins Wasser wirft. Ja, okay. Hey, aber diesmal in Real-Time. Oops, my hand slipped.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
Ja, das ist durchaus eine Möglichkeit.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Grown to think we could have been friends, if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
Immerhin ist sie ehrlich.
That wouldn't happen.
No. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Schön.
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion,
Oh, die Leute sind genial.
the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Oh, warte kurz. Oh, ich wollte wie eben kurz fangen. Das war schön. Das war richtig schön. Okay, geht wieder.
But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Er hätte sie werfen können, theoretisch. Oder vielleicht hat er diese Palette, die wir gefunden haben, als so eine Art Schlitten. Das könnte sein. Vielleicht hat er aus dieser Palette so eine Art Schlitten gebaut. Dann Mew und die Leiche auf das Dach gelegt und halt, ja, das Dach runtergeschubst. Daraufhin wäre Mew mit der Palette, ja, geflogen durch die Wand, weil Mew kann ja durchfliegen, wegen ihrer Charaktereigenschaft. Und ist dann volle Kanne gegen die Chapel gehauen. Und das war dieses laute Geräusch, was wir gehört haben.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized?
Vielleicht sollten wir einfachere Wörter verwenden.
That problem. Going to know can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that the noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what the sound could have been. It might be the clue we need to solve this case. So, what was it? It sounded like something slamming hard into something else. So, what were those two things? It could be... the cell phone, the letters hitting the wall. Mew hitting the wall. The letters work next to Mew's avatar.
Damn it!
Okay, dann doch Mew's Body?
That's it!
Oh, okay.
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall.
Ja, okay. Hat er ja auch indirekt getan.
The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
Ach ja, stimmt. Ich vergesse immer wieder. Das Ding da ist ja gar keine Palette. Das ist ja einfach nur so eher eine Fußmatte. Das vergesse ich immer wieder. Ich denke die ganze Zeit, das ist eine Europalette oder sowas in der Richtung.
that's the case, Miyu's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Mew's avatar to crash into a chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Your what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right?
Ja, genau. So. Also, sie haben wirklich diese Badematte als Schlitten verwendet, wahrscheinlich.
Past the brick
Oder die
handrail,
Person, die
the
es
roof
getan
was
hat.
at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
Und die Avatare hinterlassen
If the
keine
culprit
Spuren im
needed
Schnee.
force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
And Kokichi is talking as if he's got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. Ich meine, er hat dir gerade einen Hinweis gegeben. How to make Mew hit a chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Ah, okay, das ist... Snow? S-N-O-W vielleicht? Probieren wir es mal. Okay, ja, scheint zu passen. Haben wir irgendwo ein N? Oder ja, Slow wird keinen Sinn machen. Slide? S-L-I... Na, das schreibt man mit... Slide schreibt man mit E am Ende, oder? Na, wir probieren es trotzdem mal. Na, oder doch nicht? Was kommt danach? S, da kommt wahrscheinlich Snow hin. Was ist das denn? Ah, mal in Monokuma, auch nice. Okay, F nicht. Down. Slit. From. FR, nee. Slit. Ein F? Ah, auch nicht. Slit. Das könnte ein eher sein. Irgendwas mit... Ah, auch nicht. Ja, wenn man das Wort halt nicht kennt, ist es ein bisschen schwieriger. Hatten wir das F schon? Ja, das F hatten wir schon. Ich bin Vollidiot. Down, up. Off? Ja, Slit off roof. Ja, natürlich. Ich bin Vollidiot. R-O-F, ja, natürlich. Okay. Lass mich nur das R finden. R-O-F. Oh, es war kein F. Oh mein Gott, natürlich schreibt man Roof nicht mit 2 Fs. Man schreibt es mit 2 O's. Oh Mann. Ups, was habe ich jetzt gedrückt? Ich will das eigentlich nur beschleunigen. Retry. Ja, das kriegen wir hin. S, L, I, D. O, Kuma. Wo sind die Fs? Die kommen wahrscheinlich jetzt gleich. War das ein F? Ja, okay, war ein F. Da brauche ich noch ein eher. Da haben wir eins. Und jetzt brauchen wir 2 O's. Es ist nicht so schwer. Da ist ein O. Und noch ein F. So, wunderbar. Dann haben wir das auch richtig.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide? Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that that's how Mew's avatar was moved, but maybe the guy could use something else as well to help her body slide. Und da benutzen wir natürlich diese komische Badematte oder sowas in der Richtung. Ja, haben wir die? Ja, haben wir natürlich.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof,
Oder das Signboard.
would it slide
Ja.
off that quickly?
Das Signboard war ja gar nicht da.
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
We'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that. That's wrong!
Ich finde das immer super. That's wrong! Objection!
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked.
Ah, okay. Das hat da gefehlt.
But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff. I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Es kann ja nur eigentlich eine Person übrig bleiben. Aber wer? Die Person muss ja, während wir alle uns getroffen haben, auf dem Roof noch gewesen sein. Also es können nicht gewesen sein. Himiko, Kaito, Maki und Kibo. Auf unserer Seite waren wir, dann Tsumugi. Gonta haben wir draußen getroffen. Aber ich glaube, Kokichi haben wir nicht getroffen, oder? Der Culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right, 5 suspects. Me, Tsumugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we are talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would I have to lie? I need to press them for information before making any judgment. Du meinst aber schon jetzt? Der meint schon... Wir meinen schon denselben, oder?
It's you.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miu showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Okay. Also wenn, dann, dass er nicht auf dem Roof war. Probably killed her? Ne, das war es nicht. Da muss es ja irgendwo unten rechts sein, oder? It all began when you showed us the map? Nee. Das hier muss es ja sein, oder? Ja.
I see it.
Er hat wahrscheinlich das Ganze sogar beobachtet.
The door to the roof was locked. You said.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
But later, you said.
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, How did you know all that stuff?
Ich kann mir sehr gut vorstellen, dass er einfach entweder hat er Mio umgelegt, oder er hat die ganze Zeit, ja, hinter der Tür gewartet und sich das Ganze mit angesehen.
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
Ach komm, der verarscht uns doch wieder.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Stop them, Grandpa! Oh, this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah, grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get the whole truth now, everyone's alive are in danger. Oh, ich habe das Gefühl, wir müssen wieder lügen. Krieg ich nochmal die Steuerung? Ich vergesse immer wieder, wie das funktioniert hat.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Na, so kann ich lügen. Okay.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell,
Ja,
you know?
goddammit.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine, because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Kokichi is lying for sure, but if he keeps throwing lies at me, I have to fight fire with fire.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man! I'm not lying! The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it! So what did Kokichi do? I turned back at once, of course!
And stayed in the
salon the whole time, you know?
I'll reveal the truth. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you. But you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
Naja, eigentlich könnte ja Tsumugi unsere Aussage entweder belegen oder widerlegen. Weil die war halt in dem Raum vor uns und solange wir da nicht durchgehen oder durchgegangen sind... Also sie hätte uns sehen müssen, wenn wir durch den Raum gegangen wären, um nach Kokichi zu schauen.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. Oh, no. Himiko points to Shuichi. But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there. Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but going to believe Shuichi too.
Oh, I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi.